Hi everybody, this is Matt. Today we're going to be taking a look at the first proprietary mold from Reptilian Disc Golf, the Scale. Now if you're not familiar with Reptilian, they've been around a little while doing custom stamping and apparel, mainly on gateway disc. You might have seen their famous lizard putter, which is a wizard with a lizard stamp on it. And they've got some cool bag tags made out of alligator claws. Sorry PETA. And the Scale is the disc we're going to be looking at today. I've got the cool Dom Clark stamp on the tar pit plastic. The Scale is a pretty cool overstable putter. Got kind of a classic rounded nose with a bead and a pretty flat top with a little thumb indentation there around the top. You get a little bit better look at that. The Scale is their first proprietary mold. They have another one called the Serpent, which has a magic bottom, whereas this has a wizard bottom with their same groove top on it. And it's a pretty cool disc. I've been throwing around a little bit, I've enjoyed it a lot. Really great for approaches and short drives off the tee. Now it comes in 3 plastics. The one I have my hands on here is the tar pit plastic. It's very dark plastic, similar to like a RFF, but it's a little more like a racer than that. If you mix together an eraser and a RFF, it's kind of a baby of those two. They've also got the Fossil, which is their kind of KC Pro type material, and the Fossil Fuel, which is pretty durable. I haven't thrown those yet, but I had a Fossil Lizard that really liked. Pretty cool. We've got some stiff competition for the Scale. We're gonna have it up against the disc that it shares a mold with, the Wizard, the Innova Rhyno, Champion Rhyno, the Yikun Gui, and it's not quite the same, but the Westside Harp. It's a little bit faster, but I think the lines are kind of similar and it'll be good to show the flight. Start out with some backhand throws. So as you can see, the Harp is the most stable of the bunch, but I think that's mostly because of the added speed. The Rhino and Scale were very similar in terms of flight, whereas I was able to push the Gui and the Wizard a little bit further straight since they're not quite as overstable. Now we'll try some forehand throws. There's a little bit of a headwind today, so this will be a decent test. Then again, the Harp showed to be much more overstable as it's a bit faster and hooked up. Again, the Scale is very similar to the Rhino. The Wizard and Gui got a little more turn and were able to push out further. I was really surprised that the Scale was able to hold the line and the headwind very well and seemed to be very minimally affected. Had a nice little fade there at the end, but not too dramatic. Very nice for approach. The next thing I'm going to try is some overhand shots. Not a lot of people throw them with putters, but it's kind of my thing. Let's see what they do. So kind of to wrap things up, I'm liking the scale. It's a good disc. I like throwing approaches with it, and even some short drives. The tar pit plastic is really nice, and I like it a lot because it hits and sticks like a champ. The thing I don't like about it is it's not terribly durable. You're gonna see some nicks and dings like that. Probably get a couple gouges if you hit a tree or a pole or something. But I think one of those fossil ones or fossil fuel would be fantastic for a driving putter. I like this thing a lot because when you throw it from 200 to 250, which is where I was throwing in the video on all shots, including the overhand, it was about 220 even. It just kind of goes where it's going and it lays down. That's what it's got. The groove on top kind of kills the glide, which adds to its overstability, and I like that a lot in an approach putter. It's not going to blow past the basket too often. And I like this Dom Clark stamp too. If you check out RDG on their website, they've got some great stamps. They got a cool Jeff Goldblum one and like an X-ray snake that's pretty cool. And they do a really good job. So thanks to you guys for putting on a great approach disc. This has been Matt. Have a happy hucking.